What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohema, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. And if I see you without one, I'm gonna kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
everyone. Welcome back to Fight Underground and the Fight Council meeting. I am the fight director, Paul Atlas, and as was announced 2 weeks ago on this very same show, we are changing up our format slightly. First and foremost, I want to thank Bad Bubba Brewer for the job he did holding down the council meetings as the interim council director, holding on the meetings as part of his big wins in Fight Underground. In my opinion, he did a great job. However, we have had some meetings and discussions, and this has nothing to do with anything that anyone did or anything that Bubba did in general. But we are turning Fight Underground back to the talent, which is what Fight Underground has been first and foremost and always will be, about the talent. So we are going to go back in time, so to speak. As we know, we have the Fight Underground championship match set. That will be between the Beastman and the Rev Ron Hunt. But as we are working out the final details to that, we're going to, like I said, take a little trip back in time and show you some of the action from our first few areas, our first couple areas that we had. And we're going to do it a little bit different. We're going to watch the match here tonight, and rather than listen to the commentary or discussion from the council, we are going to have the combatants on to discuss the match as it plays. And then afterwards, I have 3 council members here with me, and I will open up to them for each one for 45 seconds to go ahead and air their views and possibly ask a question of the combatants. And we are going to go back to Area 1 and the very first match in Fight Underground. That match was between the Rev Ron Hunt and AJ Alexander, and both these gentlemen are here with us tonight. We are going to roll that match, and I am going to turn over at this time to the Rev and to AJ to go ahead and discuss this match as it plays. So, gentlemen, the floor is about to be yours. If you watch the screen, you will see the match come up, and you may begin to discuss that match.
I definitely appreciate the opportunity, Paul, and the rest of the council members.
Okay, buddy.
Here we go. I got to deal with you again, huh?
Yeah, a picture of you as a news anchor up on there.
Funny, man.
I can't even see the match, can we see the match?
I'm looking at the match. Are you blind? Maybe you need 2 or 3 glasses.
That is the tiniest little match I've ever seen.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the
probably
Fight
when I kicked you in your
Underground,
face.
a new chapter, a new era of
I had to get dental work done for that.
You're seeing it here, the very first matchup in Fight Underground history.
Okay, buddy. I specifically put on weight just for this match, so you couldn't do that.
Well, maybe you should have ate a couple more cheeseburgers. I don't know.
Okay.
It's all about the competition. That's right, Jim. We've been talking.
How much weight did you add to that messy bun on your head, too?
None, as you can see. I got it. Man, I'm beautiful today.
All right, here we go.
That. Ooh.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, get back up in there. Come on, man. That's 2 for flinching. That is 2 for flinching, bro. Come on.
We're going back to grade school.
Hey, we can go back to whatever you want.
I'm a holy man. I will not respond. Here we go. Here we go.
All right, we're supposed to be boys, and you're over here trying to rip my arm off.
Hey, it's nature of the beast, baby. It's sports.
Yeah, watch. I'm going to rip them fingers off.
There you go. It's all about the speed, baby. It's all about the speed, agility, and finesse. All about the speed, agility, and finesse. You're a good competitor, man. You're a good competitor. We've done some things together. I might teach you some of the things, but I'm not going to teach you all the things I know, man.
Okay, buddy. You ain't about to teach me nothing, I can tell you that much. Look, it's a power game. It is a power game out here.
You gonna need more than power,
Look,
baby.
blah! Lay down, buddy. Come on. Lay down.
See, that cockiness is still in you, huh?
It never left. Look, you never
Here
seen a
we
big
go.
guy move like
Here we
that
go.
before.
Here we go. Also, seen never a big guy eat a boot like that neither, huh?
Okay.
Yes, sir. Got to put all that weight in there, baby. Put all that weight in there.
Yeah, put on more weight. It felt like a feather landed on me.
Hey, not all of us can look like a Buddha in the ring, huh?
Talk about that speed. Talk about that speed. Look, bop, land on your head, buddy.
I give you that.
Come on.
Right there.
Look,
Now,
couldn't
this is
even
what we
kick out anymore.
talk about. No, this is what we talk about. That's veteranship right there, baby.
You couldn't even kick out anymore.
Number one, ring awareness. Ring awareness. That's for the fans out there. Don't let a guy like this fool you. Ring awareness.
I know you see that shirt hanging from my cheeks.
I don't look down in that area, sir.
Look, man, can you even breathe at this point? The big old Samoan chops be taking the life out you, boy. Look. Good golly, my hand was hurting after that one.
I give you that.
Look, right here. I should have chopped you again. I gave you a tiny little boot to the mouth. I should have chopped the life out of you.
I'll give you credit where credit's due.
Look, watch that neck. Watch that neck. Good golly. Man. Look, admiring my work. Piece of cake, man. Man, I even remember Paul disrespecting me on commentary for going for that pin.
Everybody's disrespecting you, huh?
Always.
So you just being humble and taking criticism. If someone says something against you, everybody got to disrespect you, huh?
Everybody got to disrespect me.
Light skin problems, man. There we go. There we go.
Look.
Yeah, you was talking about them neck breakers, huh? Talk about them neck breakers. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, huh?
That one kick cost me $1,000 worth of dental work.
Hey. I give it to you though. You kicked out, man. You got will. You got spunk, man.
Come on, man. You think you're gonna beat the master of the neck breaker with a neck breaker?
You full of a lot of urine and vinegar. I'll keep it politically correct.
I'm full of a lot of spunk and energy.
I'll tell you what you're full of.
Okay, let's hear it.
I won't go there right now. There we go. That big back body to a big boy.
You got a little bit of power in them legs, right? You know?
Squat seasons every day, man.
Look, up and over. Get out of my ring.
Yeah, I remember that tweaked my shoulder right there.
Oh, here it comes. What? Come on, man. Pulled that out for the first time.
For the first time.
First time ever.
Here's what I'm looking at right now. See, now if I was you, I would have probably tried to capitalize. And granted, guarantee I would have kicked out. But you didn't even try to capitalize on that pin. You try to go back up to the top. You try to go to the top and do all this fun stuff. If you just would have listened to Dean Radford back in training, maybe you could have learned how to be a dominant big man.
There's a reason why I never listened to Dean Radford and any reason. Look at this. I still finessed you with that speed.
Did you? Did you really?
Oh.
Yeah, you forgot about that. Boom. Book of Revelations. Book of Revelations.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna lie. I forgot you even planted me with that. I forgot you even planted me with that, man. That looked like it hurt.
It must have been a concussion from when I got you with it. That's what it must have been.
Talking about tweaking your shoulder. I'm over here with.
Remember, you were making excuses about that leg, man. It's the nature of the beast. You can't make excuses and fight underground.
You can't make no excuses.
You can't make excuses and fight underground. It's the nature of the beast. You.
First of all, I can do whatever I want. Grown man.
Oh, just like you're the king of the neck breaker. You're the king of excuses, huh?
Okay.
Where does excuse? Listen. Excuses are like rear ends.
Hey, wait. Let's peep this real quick. Let's peep this real quick.
Try to shake your hand like a man.
Look, crack.
Try to shake your hand like a man.
Look, and had to be held back like a little pansy you are.
Oh, is that so?
Oh, it's so.
See, I'm a man. Win, lose, or draw, I give respect. I try to shake it. Now I remember that distinctly. You didn't want to shake my hand that day. Now you and I both know why you didn't want to shake my hand that day. Because you was a sore loser. You was a punk. You got an ego that was bigger than your belly. That's what it was.
Bigger than the belly, huh?
That's what it was. An ego bigger than your belly.
No, what had happened was you have all that arrogance and cockiness. I had to slap some of that taste out of your mouth.
There's no arrogance and cockiness. It's all straight confidence. Everybody knows the Reverend Hunt knows there's no ego and cockiness.
And we also know that there's no end to that mouth. It runs on a motor.
All right, gentlemen. All right. We have seen the match. We have listened to exactly what you both have had to say. AJ Alexander, if you could go back in time, what do you think you would have done different? I mean, we saw you not capitalize there. That could be the big mistake. Your thoughts on that? I mean, what would you have done differently?
Man, Paul, right after I lifted Rev right up into the air and dropped him on the back of his head again, and I sat there and looked at that top rope, I thought to myself, man, you know what? I put on a little bit of weight. If I can get to that top rope and land on him, there ain't no way he's kicking out. But then I also didn't think if I were to miss, what's going to happen to my body? Because I did put on that extra weight. So when I landed and that knee buckled, I knew it was a downfall from there. So I probably wouldn't go to that top rope, man.
All right, that is without a doubt, as I made the comments before, after the match and on the council meeting follows, that is exactly how it is. So as we discussed before, in this new format, at any given time, I can change up the characters here. AJ, you were the loser that night. Thank you for your time tonight.
Whoa.
We are going to move on with the meeting,
Did that
sir. Talk about me disrespecting you. I'm kicking you off my show.
So I get thrown in that very first slot, and you're just going to kick me out like that.
Hey,
you was the loser, brother.
I opened up Fight Underground with the #1 guy, and I'm getting kicked out
because you were the loser that night. We're going to talk to the winner.
You're going to talk
so you
to
can
the
step
winner.
off for now.
You know what, man? I don't even want to be here, really.
All right, well then, step out,
man.
Hey,
peace out, brother.
Does that hairstyle on your head, man?
All right, now moving right along.
I apologize about that, Paul.
That's okay, Rev. We all got our crosses in life to bear, so to speak. No pun intended there. As I stated with our new format, I have 3 council members here with me tonight. I have Bad Bubba Brewer, I have Dash Bennett, and I have Stacy Hunter. Bubba, you have got 45 seconds. Your opinions and a possible question to the Rev. Go.
I'll make it real quick. It was a great historic fight for the first fight in underground history. And my man, Rev, my question is for you. How can you keep churning? How did you feel in that first match being victorious? And I'm out. God bless everybody.
Well, I definitely appreciate it, Coach. I think, one of the main things is, I always look at it, and this is how I was trained, even coming back to Pittsburgh, being under Brandon Kay and people like Paul Atlas and everything, you're only as good as you are right then. It really doesn't matter about the first win. It doesn't matter about the second. If you lose the next one, especially with Fight Underground, that's the name of the game. Every single win, every single loss counts, especially in this world of rankings that we do within our system. So my mindset is, I always try to go in with a clear mind, and I've stated this before. It's good to celebrate, but as soon as that clock turns over and 12 a.m. hits and it's a new day, you got to perform, you got to prepare like you have never had a match a day in your life. And every single thing counts. At the end of the day, let's be honest. Everyone can say that they're a wrestler. but not many people are prize fighters. I mean, what I do is how I put food on the table for my family. What I do is how I prepare to open up other avenues for other people, going from Fight Underground and so on and so forth. So at the end of the day, I look at it as it's all or nothing. We say it in our memo, fist up, throw down. That's how I look at it. If my fists don't go up, if I don't throw down,
Okay,
my family's not
we're going to
getting
move
fed.
along here. We're going to keep the format going. Thank you for that response from Bubba and Rev as well. Stacy Hunter, I am going to bring you in, young lady. 45 seconds to speak to the Rev.
Well, it was good to see that match again. I did enjoy it. Rev, not the typical who do you want to face in Fight Underground question, but after being through 2 tapings of Fight Underground, I want to know who you think is underrated here in Fight Underground.
I would definitely say one of them that I've been keeping my eye on is Sam Bill. That was one that I really started to see more of in regards to Fight Underground. That's one that definitely has has the Rev's radar. I think another one is the Juggernaut John Roden. I had my experience with him, and it seems like he brings something new and unorthodox to the table every single time. But at the end of the day, I say every single person has the same amount of opportunity to get my attention. It's just about, are they willing to capitalize consistently?
All right, very good. Moving along again in our new format here, last but certainly not least. And again, this is 45 seconds. I'm going to turn this over to Dash Bennett.
Well, Rev, you certainly talk a big game for someone who owes most of their success in Fight Underground to people's legs getting out from under them. You've yet to earn a victory that I've seen. And I guarantee you, if Dash Bennett would have been AJ Alexander's coach when that match happened, the outcome would have been much different. You wouldn't be the #1 draft pick. You wouldn't be sitting on this pedestal that you're sitting on. And we'd be talking about AJ Alexander instead of the Rev.
Are you finished or are you done? Because if you ask me, I believe that if you were coaching AJ Alexander, you guys probably wouldn't have even showed up to Area 1. You'd probably be in somewhere waiting at a line at Country Buffet or Golden Corral, waiting for your next fat plate. Now, at the end of the day, I feel like you just like to hear yourself talk. So here's a little book of revelations for you. You can line up anybody that you want, and I will promise you, my mindset is to knock them down the same exact way. That's not being cocky, that's being confident. And in this game of Fight Underground, if you are not confident, you already lost the battle before you got into the ring. And it looks like, your team is doing quite a bit of losing.
All right. Thank you very much. Now, I'm going to actually pose a few statements here and probably present the biggest question of all to the Rev. Let's go down the list. First match, first victory, which in turn led to first round draft pick, the first pick in the draft, which led to Area 2 and more victories, to the first ever Fight Underground Heavyweight Championship match, which will then create the first ever Alpha King champion in Fight Underground. It's a long list of firsts. Beastman not quite having that same route, but still having the route to that championship match. Rev, I believe personally, the pressure and the stakes are higher for you than they are Beastman. Don't get me wrong, I think Beastman is one hell of a competitor. He's going to give you all you can ask for. But at the end of the day, you've got all the firsts. This puts the pressure on the Rev. How is the Rev Ron Hunt going to handle this pressure?
Well, I think it's one thing, and we hear this in the worlds of life. It takes a village, and I think in Fight Underground it takes a team. So when you got a coach like Coach Bubba, when you got people on your team like the White Rabbit, Zach Rain, and everything, just being able to keep your mindset sane. And I think that's one of the main things. When you're dealing with a guy like Beastman, you're dealing with a person that's part human, part beast. You don't know where the guy comes from. You don't know how he trains. You don't know even if he trains within the same area that you train in. So just like you stated, Paul, I do feel the pressure, but at the same time, I'm not like everyone else. I don't crack under pressure. I thrive under pressure. And when that pressure comes to it, it might be in the pressure of a 300+ pound animal named Beastman. But best believe when it comes down to it, when it comes down to me being able to look at that title and have it that close to my hands, I'm giving it every single thing that I got. Win, lose, or draw, I might have to get carried out that ring in a stretcher. And I'm perfectly fine in accepting that.
All right. Well, as I've stated, without a doubt, the pressure has to be more on you than it is on Beastman. Again, I think Beastman is one hell of a competitor. Rev, I'm not taking anything away from your qualifications, but again, when you're accomplishing all these firsts, that puts more on your plate. I know Bubba has, is in constant contact with you. I've known Bubba Brewer for many, many years. He's been a hell of a competitor over those years. He knows about big pressure matches and big pressure situations. I think that may give you somewhat of an advantage in that respect, but time will tell. When that match goes down, we will see how that pressure is handled. And at the end of the day, at the end of that match, we will have our first ever Alpha King heavyweight champion in Fight Underground, be it the Beastman, be it the Rev Run Hunt. We will see at the end of that day how that happens. Now, I'm going to throw one big question out there at you, Rev, to try to ease out on this. We've talked in recent weeks about free agency coming to Fight Underground. Bubba, you might want to hold your ears for this one. If you had a choice of all the other teams, and we have 4 team members, four coaches here right now. We got your coach. We've got Team Hunter's coach, Stacy Hunter. Team Bennett, who, that is what it is. And we have, of course, myself, the coach and leader of Team Atlas. Given the situation of free agency, if someone was to, who would you want to propose an offer to you out of all these? We also have the other coaches. We have Coach K and the team that he has somewhat formed with Chris Taylor, and we also have Boomer Payne's team. Who would you like to see an offer from?
Well, when we look in the sake of teams, I think, when you look at a lethal combination like a Chris Taylor and a Brandon K, not to take any respect away from anyone else, but I just think the natural camaraderie and the years right there definitely have a little bit of a favor there. I think, with going back to when I was within the Pittsburgh area full time, helping Coach K with the class and everything, long time ago, multiple federations with Chris Taylor, and knowing just how unpredictable and how violent he is. So I think, that's a lethal combination that they might have a little bit of an edge in regards of just one council member just having to do a whole team, just a little bit of an edge. But at the end of the day, I think every single team, including, unfortunately, Dash Bennett, has at least one secret weapon on their team. Now, at the end of the day, like I said, it's all about the consistency. So when I look at these matches, I'm not looking at only opponents, but I'm looking at what could possibly happen if Bubba wants to make a nice business move and he wants to continue to grow the team. So I'm looking at all aspects of this thing. But best believe right now, I definitely say Chris Taylor and Coach K.
All right, very interesting. As we said, with free agency in the upcoming weeks and months, we'll find out exactly what happens. We have set the table here tonight for our new format. It was nice to see the talent showcased first and foremost here tonight, as it will be moving forward. My council members, as usual, I like to thank each and every one of you for taking your time to be here. Bubba, you seem fairly calm. That's a good thing, given what the Rev had to say there. Thank you, Stacy, as always, for your insight, as well as, Dash for whatever Dash does. We will be back next week with 2 more competitors to go over another match from one of our areas. And I will have the council members back as well to speak to them, and we look forward to more spirited discussions, not only between the council members and the talent, but the talent themselves. So we're going to wrap it up for this week. As usual, thank you to everyone, including our fans, for tuning in. Look on all of our social media platforms for all that is Fight Underground during the upcoming week, and we will see you back here next week. Thanks for watching.
What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohema, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, or like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. If I see you without one, I'm gonna kick a mask onto your face. Got it?